Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Listen, leadership is not a benefit to yourself, but more of like an obligation to the others that you serve or that you lead or manage. Too many business professionals believe they could be leaders if only they were given the title. But you and I should also know that leadership is much, much more than just the title. Listen, by default, if you own a business or if you manage a team or lead a team in any fashion or facet, you're automatically given the title leader. But now, in my experience as a consultant and as a coach, I find that just having that title doesn't make most of us a true example of the word. I find that leaders are made and not born. And I believe that too, meaning that we can all grow into leadership if we learn from our experience. I also found that if you fail as a leader, your team is likely to fail with you as well. Now, I've spoken many times in previous videos about certain attributes, traits, characteristics that help make a great leader. And it's all helpful information, but there is no cookie cutter way to become a successful and a productive leader. Everyone, every dynamic, every environment, every team is different, and the leadership should reflect that. However, I do recommend these actionable principles of leadership that we can use to help evolve ourselves as business owners as well as business leaders. Number one, consistently strive to think differently and think big. Most of the people on your team have to worry about the current crisis and getting their jobs done and the day-to-day things. As a leader, you have to keep the big picture in mind and keep people focused on the long-term vision and the mission. Hone in on alternative ideas that are actionable no matter how revolutionary. Steve Jobs, for example, had many faults, but he was perhaps best known for his marketing slogan, "Think Different," and his commitment to a vision of new and better products, inspiring consumers to demand products and services that they never even knew they needed. Number two, create a culture of vulnerability and be the role model. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and transparent to others makes it possible for them to engage you honestly and for them to trust you. Without vulnerability and humility, real change and growth isn't possible. You need to be willing to open yourself up to others and their feedback and acknowledge your flaws in order to correct them. Jack Welch, CEO and former chairman of General Electric, for many years a well-known strong leader in the leadership industry, set up a reverse mentoring process by pairing younger, more internet adept employees with older members of senior management. Therefore, the former could teach the latter about new technology. And at the same time, this made the leadership team really, really stronger and built huge bonds within the team. Number three, replace a mindset of entitlement with a mindset of duty. The duty mindset is a perspective in which you see yourself as a key cog in a much, much bigger wheel. Having the bigger picture empowers you to identify different areas or the areas where you need improvement and set yourself on the right course to positively impact all of those who are around you. Number four, prioritize leveraging your gifts over closing your gaps. First, don't hesitate to solicit to get the most accurate possible picture of yourself. Then, don't take your strengths for granted or overreact on your gaps or overreact to gaps. Develop an action plan and lead from your strengths and seek outside support or complementary partners to shore up your leadership weaknesses. Now, in the early days of Microsoft, Bill Gates recognized he had technical leadership skills, but relied on his partner, Steve Ballmer, who was trained at Procter & Gamble, to lead the marketing and business development side or efforts. Now, both learned from each other and became even stronger. All right, something to think about. Number 5, cultivate the courage to execute passion and precision. Some never make the shift from perspective to action. It takes you outside your comfort zone, obviously. That's why a lot of people either don't want to do it or for some reason can't do it. But only then can you identify the opportunities for change and make the mistakes leading to growth and learning. Fearlessly executing with pride and passion inspires others to follow you. Number 6, take time to stay present. Listen and be vigilant. Leaders often make the mistake of thinking that their time is way more precious than any and everyone else's. But this breeds resentment and takes you out of touch with reality. In this age of distraction, you need to slow down and absorb each situation and decision or moment to provide the most effective leadership. Number 7, make course correction both a mindset and an action. As an action, course change leadership is what you do in the moment. It's what you do when you need to pivot. As a mindset, well, it's a way of life. You need to be aware that the world around you is in a state of constant evolution, and your leadership must stay balanced in the face of inevitable change. Ironically, despite all the positive action items, intelligent leadership in your business isn't really even about you. It's about both the culture and the teams you create, who really are the leadership interface your customers see and depend on. Look, your challenge, should you choose to accept it, is to be a steward and model for the leadership that inspires the success and the legacy that we all want for our business. All right? Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos and try to find ways to sharpen and strengthen your leadership skills so that you can be the leader that people want to gravitate towards, people don't mind working with to get things done. And as always, if you need help with leadership and team coaching and development or remote leadership coaching, I'm your guy. Give me a call, send me an email, a text, whatever. Contact me and we'll sit down and put together a tailor-made plan to ensure your success. Remember, being a leader is not cookie cutter. So we have to sit down and look at where you are, where you want to be, things you can and can't do at this moment, things you want to do, so we can put a plan together to get you started and put you on the right path to being a successful and productive leader. All right? Guys, thank you so much. And remember, if you like these videos, like my channel, subscribe to the channel for more videos so that you'll be aware of, and share these videos. All right? Guys, take care. Remember, great leadership equals great success. How are you leading? Whether you're a new leader who needs the building blocks of leadership and a playbook on how to be effective, a seasoned leader who needs to understand that there are two sides to leadership, or a leader who just needs some inspiring insight or leadership seeds to enhance your leadership abilities, the CDB Consulting Group has the resources you need. There are two key elements successful leaders have that unsuccessful ones don't: self-discipline and the understanding to constantly invest in themselves. So pick up a copy or the entire collection and start investing in your leadership today. Available at Amazon.com. Remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?